and I got the email that I had received a life ban, and they had 17 pages of accusations against me. I cried. In fact, I sobbed. I sobbed for 15 minutes. I was by myself, which I was glad of the luxury of being able to grieve. And after 15 minutes, I stopped, I dried my eyes, and I said, "Well, Father in heaven."
Barbara O'Neill got banned after spilling some secrets about what Big Pharma wants to keep under wraps. If you haven't heard of her, then let me introduce Barbara O'Neill. She's a naturopath from Australia, all about natural healing and prevention, favoring natural remedies over pharmaceutical drugs. But here's the twist. She's been banned from practicing and teaching health. She actually received a life ban and faced 17 pages of accusations against her, which made her sob. Barbara has a huge following because she talks about how natural remedies and lifestyle changes can help prevent and heal illnesses. She's written books, given tons of talks, and a lot of people trust her advice on healthy eating, detoxing, and using herbs instead of medications. Things got messy for her when the New South Wales Healthcare Complaints Commission investigated her. They decided she couldn't practice or teach health anymore, which was a big hit to her career and her supporters who relied on her guidance. The commission argued that medical advice should come from those with formal training and qualifications, saying that without those credentials, people could get harmful advice. For many of her followers, this ruling was really hard to take since they had seen real improvements in their lives thanks to her recommendations. Barbara has been making headlines lately, especially with her strong opinions on the benefits of castor oil.
Now, an old bush remedy in Australia is if you get something in your eye, put a drop of castor oil in your eye, and that'll roll around and even take it out. And another recipe, I have not used this, but I have had people testify for glaucoma and cataracts, put 1 drop in each eye before you go to bed at night. That's the only time you do it, because you'll go a bit blurry. But because you're going to sleep, it doesn't matter. One lady said, "I'm about to have an op, what'll I do?" I said, "Well, put the drop in each eye and see what happens. And if it's too advanced to basically have a turnaround, maybe you'll have an op." But personally, I think it's worth the try, because you just might be able to prevent an op. Eye surgery's come a long way, and it's not a difficult operation, but it's nice if it can be prevented.
Dr. Barbara shares an old Australian bush remedy for eye health using castor oil. She suggests that if something gets in your eye, putting a drop of castor oil can help dislodge it. For those with conditions like glaucoma or cataracts, she recommends applying 1 drop in each eye before bed. While it may cause temporary blurriness, it's manageable since you'll be going to sleep. She believes that while it might not reverse advanced conditions, it's worth trying, as it could potentially help avoid eye surgery. Castor oil eye drops are a natural alternative to traditional over-the-counter options, offering several benefits. They can effectively treat meibomian gland dysfunction, MGD, a common cause of dry eyes, by improving tear stability and thickening the lipid layer, which helps prevent infections and alleviate symptoms. The oil also minimizes tear evaporation, addressing dryness and discomfort. Thanks to its antimicrobial and anti-inflammatory properties, castor oil enhances tear film lipids, and studies suggest these eye drops can stay effective in your eyes for up to 4 hours. There's some evidence that castor oil might help treat conditions like blepharitis, which causes red, itchy, and swollen eyelids, and can lead to flakes on the eyelashes. A 2021 study found that castor oil can supplement the lipids in the tear film, reducing evaporation and improving blepharitis symptoms. Another study from the same year had participants apply 100% cold-pressed castor oil to one eyelid twice daily for 4 weeks, leading to significant improvements in their eye surface signs and blepharitis symptoms. However, no studies have confirmed the specific benefits that Barbara has mentioned. She has also stated that it reduced tumors.
Buy some of those little panty liners, put castor oil on it, and just slip it into your bra over the lump. A month later, she had the operation to take it out. Then she came to our health retreat for a week to just detox. She said, an amazing thing happened, Barbara. That lump was 3 centimetres. I put the castor oil on for 1 month. I had the op, and the doctor said, you know, this is really strange. That lump was 3 centimetres. Now it's only 2.
Dr. Barbara O'Neill claims that castor oil can help break up tumors, including lumps in the breast that might be cysts or cancerous growths. She shares a story about a doctor who had a 3-centimetre lump in her breast. Following Dr. O'Neill's advice, she applied castor oil on a panty liner and placed it over the lump in her bra. After a month of this treatment, she went in for surgery, and the doctor found that the lump had shrunk to 2 centimeters. While these stories are compelling, it's important to consult with a healthcare professional for proper diagnosis and treatment of any serious condition like breast cancer. Another issue is the goat milk incident. Dr. Barbara O'Neill has stirred up some debate about infant nutrition by suggesting that goat milk could be a good option for babies. This goat to the court.
3 people came forward, people I have never met. I think a nutritionist from Queensland was one of them. And she had looked obviously through my lectures and came up with something like the goat's milk, and then made complaints to the Healthcare Complaints Commission. And if they get a complaint, they have to pursue it, so they did. But they weren't happy with my answers, so I ended up having to go to a tribunal, I call it the Inquisition, where 4 people interviewed me, and I had Michael one side and the lawyer on the other, but they were not allowed to speak. Everything was taped. And for 2 hours they questioned me. What they were really hoping for, to find a statement where I said, this will cure cancer. But I have never said such a thing, and they could not find it.
She points out that goat milk has nutrients that might support healthy growth, especially for infants who struggle with cow's milk formulas. However, pediatricians and nutrition experts caution that goat milk lacks key nutrients like folic acid and vitamin B12, which are essential for infants' development. They emphasize that it's crucial to stick to formulas specifically designed for babies, unless a healthcare provider advises otherwise. This discussion highlights a larger issue in parenting and healthcare: finding the right balance between trying new ideas and following established medical guidelines to keep kids safe and healthy. While Dr. O'Neill encourages parents to explore alternative feeding options, pediatricians stress the importance of evidence-based practices that are proven to support infant health.
I'm not against antibiotics. They have saved lives, they are saving lives, they will save lives. But we've got a problem today. It's the overuse of the antibiotic. They're not used for life-saving resorts. Well, they are, but they're also used for a cough, a sore finger, a sore foot. We've got to look back to what our grandmothers did. So that when we get a cold, we actually go to bed. We take lemon water. We put our feet in hot water with a spoonful of mustard. You know, all those old remedies? On Wednesday night, I'll show you some of the old remedies.
Dr. Barbara O'Neill warns that this can lead to antibiotic resistance, where bacteria become tougher and harder to eliminate. Her supporters agree, believing that if we save antibiotics for when they're truly necessary, they'll remain effective when we need them most. However, not everyone shares her perspective. Some doctors stress that antibiotics are crucial for treating bacterial infections, and without them, infections can worsen and spread. They advocate for a balanced approach, using antibiotics wisely to treat serious infections without going overboard. On top of that, Barbara has also faced backlash for suggesting that baking soda could be used to treat cancer. She claims that injecting sodium bicarbonate into cancerous areas could slow down growth because cancer doesn't thrive in alkaline environments. However, there's little scientific evidence to support this claim, and many medical professionals remain skeptical. While Barbara has extensive knowledge of natural health and a solid track record in helping people, critics argue that her lack of formal training individuals.
Definitely not calcium supplements. That's another deception. And in the book The Calcium Lie by Dr. Robert Thompson, he talks about the calcium lie, talks about the fat lie, talks about the cholesterol lie. Whew. And when we read the Bible and realize that that great dragon, that old deceiver, the devil and Satan, which has deceived the whole world. So, it's not rocket science really, is it? What do our bones need? That. So if you've got calcium supplements, the best thing you can do with them is put them in the bin. Do you call it a bin? In America they call it a trash can. I just want to be really clear here.
Trash.
Rubbish. Rubbish, yeah. In fact, in the book The Calcium Lie, Dr. Robert Thompson, he actually says that calcium supplements can deplete even more calcium out of your bones. The pharmaceutical companies, they make all these drugs, then they've got another section. Guess what's in another section? Vitamins and minerals. And there's not a big stockpile of vegetables out in the backyard that they're making them from.
Barbara
You see, I believe everyone should be their own doctor, because only you know how you feel, only you know what you've been through, only you know how your body responds or reacts to different things. And I'm always listening to see what bodies do. And we always hear at our health retreat, we adjust. Too many juices, we'll give you less. Not enough juices, we'll give you more. My ankle hurts. Let's put the detective hat on and find out what happened to that ankle. You see, if you don't do that, if you don't turn the tap off, you'll never stop mopping up. If you don't find the cause, you will never actually have a cure. The human body was designed to heal itself, and it will heal itself.
Barbara O'Neill emphasizes the importance